Hey everybody, welcome back to the third part of the 45 match tournament. Holy crap. The final 15 matches are here. The first match of the seventh round is Agron versus Cod Dude. Here we go. Agron is the favorite to win this match because he is a lot stronger. Over 1,200 points difference between these two monsters. Will that affect the outcome of this match? Agron starts off with a hidden sting. Cod Dude, ouch! Just ouch. Cod Dude tries a death smash. Agron too fast for that to land. However, Cod Dude lands a death cutter. Takes away quite a bit of Agron's guts, but at this moment in time, Cod Dude is going to need to KO Agron, I believe. KO Agron, or at least get close to KOing Agron. Agron takes a death smash to the face. Doesn't do much because Cod Dude's power is not quite impressive enough. Agron uses punch, and that is the match. Cod Dude is down after a hidden sting and a punch. There will be no rematch for Cod Dude or any other monster except for that one time. But we will not talk about that one time because that one time was a mistake. But what is not a mistake is that the next match, the second match of the 7th round, is the Dora Macho versus Manny. Dora Macho, one of the toughest competitors here in this tournament. Manny, not the best, not the worst. Pretty much right in the middle. With Ozzy 7-Up. Although Manny is stronger than Ozzy 7-Up. But oh no, Manny ended up winning that match too. So, here we go. Manny versus the Dora Macho. Who will win? Will it be a Dora Macho? Will it be Manny? Will it be Agron? He's won quite a few. But Dora Macho and Agron, as of right now, are the top two to win. Dora Macho tries a pinch throw. Manny too fast for that to land. Manny bites a Dora Macho. Critical hit, just over 200 damage. Follows that up with a claw. Manny does another bite. 107 damage. Dora Macho has enough guts. What will he do? He will try a wheel attack. It lands. Manny is taken down to a fraction of her health. This match has suddenly become very one-sided. However, whatever can Manny do to even the odds? If I were to guess, I would say 2 bites would bring it close together. Manny tries a roll assault, misses. Misses! It was 99%! It was a 99% hit percentage! What? Whoa! Dora Macho lands a bite to finish the match and take another victory. Manny was arguably, unjustifiably... Well, no. I was about to say Manny did not deserve to lose that one. However, I don't think any of these monsters deserve to lose a match. However, there must be a winner and there must be a loser. Dora Macho had almost 200 more stat points than Manny. With the big advantage he had, it was not unlikely that Dora Macho would walk away with a victory. I am very stumbling to find some words here for a subject that I don't even need to discuss. The next match is Dark Wolf versus CMdude. Dark Wolf, not the worst, but definitely not the best. CMdude just above him with just over 100, well, actually, not, almost 150 more stat points in total. Dark Wolf starts off with a blizzard, takes CMdude down to below half of his health. CMdude responds with a tail assault, that misses. Both these competitors have a decent guts regeneration rate. What will they do with that? Dark Wolf tries another blizzard, it lands, CMdude is down! 2 blizzards in a row. CMdude cannot stand the cold, and he loses against number 5, Dark Wolf. Okay. That's... I made a similar mistake to the first part of this. Okay, let's just tap, 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 tap. Give up. And second verse, same as the first. Dark Wolf still won. even though CMdude won that one by default. You see, I'm playing with the Player 1 controller. I didn't even know if the Player 2 controller works. I had to plug in my very old PlayStation controller in order for the game to recognize. Well, actually, it's not even for the game to recognize, for my PlayStation 2 to recognize that it's there. I have a couple third-party controllers for the original PlayStation that don't work on the PlayStation 2. But that is neither here nor there. Round 7, Foxy Demon versus Ozzy 7-Up. 2 of the earliest monsters that I've raised. In fact, Foxy Demon was the monster that was raised after Ozzy 7-Up. The more you know! However, Foxy Demon has a definite advantage over 1,000 more stat points than Ozzy 7-Up. Will that make a difference? Quite possibly. Right off the bat, Ozzy 7-Up uses Rapid Flick. Just, ooh, and it's a crit too. It takes away a decent chunk of Foxy Demon's health. Foxy Demon tries Fire Stream, but that misses. Second time this tournament. And kind of embarrassing to just raise your wings like that and have nothing happen. When you expect lava, you get nothing. Ozzy 7-Up does a quick jab. Foxy Demon tries Fire Stream again, lands. Ozzy 7-Up is down. Ozzy 7-Up is not one of the few monsters that will survive that onslaught. There we go. No, do not rematch. And now we are on to the 5th match of the 7th round. Nick versus Mikey. Nick, the powerhouse Scylla. Mikey, the hanger slash golem. That's really all he has going for him, is that he's a hanger and he's part golem. And he looks pretty cool. Actually, you know, I never really realized this about hangers, is that they're actually pretty tall. Hangers, like, compare Mikey to Nick. If I were a guessing sort of person, I would say that there's probably a foot difference between the two. Maybe less than that, actually. Nick starts off the battle with a roll assault. Mikey is flattened and knocked out. Roll assault takes quite a while for the animations to go through, so that match only lasted 9 seconds. Nick wins in what is probably the least upsetting match of the entire tournament. That's... oopsies. What the heck? That doesn't seem right. Did I accidentally mark Mikey down for, Huh, that's weird. This is only round 7, and yet it's written down that Mikey has... Huh. I must have made a mistake in my rough sketch here. But that's okay. So long as everybody has had... Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't write down Ozzy's last match, did I? Ozzy and Fox Demon. Okay, yeah. Ozzy lost that one. And here. Okay. Does everybody have 2 slots left? Yes, except for Mikey. Huh. I must have preemptively wrote down Mikey's loss of this tournament. Huh. Well, we'll see. Yeah, whoops. Mikey can still win 1 match, maybe? Oh, no. I really doubt that. Anyways, first match of the 8th round. I am on my 3rd beer, and it is, I think, beginning to show. Entry. Agron versus Manny in the first match of the 8th round. Manny at a huge disadvantage, being just under 1,000 points behind Dora Macho. Exactly 993 point difference between the 2 monsters. Will that affect the outcome? The history of the tournament says yes. But also, it's up in the air. Manny starts off with a roll assault. It was a critical hit, took away 200 and some damage. Exactly 231, I believe. Agron lands a hidden sting on Manny. Manny down to the green. I believe green is between 1/4 and 1/2 of a monster's health. Anything below, anything in the yellow is below 1/8. Manny tries a tail. Does not land against the Dora Macho. Dora Macho lunges up. Did I say a Dora Macho? Have I been saying a Dora Macho this entire fight? Agron! Agron lands a punch. Manny goes down. You know those beers I've been having? Yeah. It is definitely starting to show. Whew, here we go. Second match. Oops. Frickin' chair. I gotta get double DD. Double DD? WD 40. For my chair. It's just creaking. It doesn't squeak, it creaks. It's terrible. It's like a haunted house or something. Anyways. Second match of the 8th round. Dora Macho versus Mikey. Mikey... Actually, who's the final match against Mikey? Foxy Demon. Oh yeah. I already wrote that down as a loss. I mean... Gee, so that's the one match that I wrote down as a loss for Mikey. It's funny too, because I didn't even write that down as a win for Foxy Demon. I just wrote it down as a loss for Mikey. Actually, wait a second. No, I did. What the hell? Oh, I must have missed one of the matches. Oh well. Anyways, on to the match. Dora Macho versus Mikey. Dora Macho, Pure Breed Worm, has just over, literally just over 4,000 stat points. Mikey has 3,393. 700 point difference between these 2 monsters. Yeah, that's actually really close. 704 to be precise. Mikey lands a fist missile, does next to nothing. Dora Macho lands a pierce throw, does everything. Dora Macho wins in what is probably not an unexpected turnout. The third match of the 8th round, Cod Dude versus CMdude. The C-Dude versus the C-Dude. 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 D-Dude-da-da. Cod Dude and CMdude are not too far apart in terms of stat points. In fact, out of every monster in the tournament here, these two are the closest in stat points, with only a 13-point difference between the two. Different raising styles, different total stat points. However, you know, it's sort of the same. I mean, CMdude and Cod Dude have similar power. They both have intelligence that is very high. Skill that is... I mean, Cod Dude's skill is extraordinarily high, and his speed is much higher than CMdude's. However, CMdude will be able to take a hit or two. We will see in this fight. CMdude starts off with an I-beam, and that is it. That is the fastest match we've had so far in this tournament. 3 seconds. I mean, arguably, every match where somebody has started off with a hard-hitting attack has been the fastest match. Because there's no way that a computer could reasonably start off an attack, you know, that's, okay, I just made a mistake. Oops. Whoopsies. I'm glad I'm doing this with a pencil. But, CMdude's animation for that attack is much lower than anybody else's. So that's why that was the fastest match in this tournament so far. Number 9 lost. And number... Did I seriously write down... damn it. Wait. No, that was right. CMdude and Demon have already fought. Huh. It would seem as though I've made a few mistakes in my rough copy, but that's okay. Because eventually everything will sort itself out, and I will... I will actually have to go back and remember how everybody fought. Anyways, the 4th match of the 8th round is Dark Wolf versus Ozzy 7-Up. These two, I believe, were raised one after the other, respectively. Or actually, no. Dark Wolf was raised before Ozzy 7-Up, so that wouldn't be respectively because I said one after the other. So, Ozzy 7-Up versus Dark Wolf versus Ozzy 7-Up. Both of these monsters made it into the legendary Hall of Fame. Dark Wolf faster, has more intelligence, has more skill. Ozzy 7-Up has more power, and only has power moves. However, Dark Wolf has the Guts regeneration rate advantage. Who will walk away as the victor in this fight? Right off the bat, Ozzy 7-Up uses Rapid Flick, lands it. Dark Wolf down to below half of his health. Dark Wolf, what is he going to do in retaliation? Tries to use Ice Bomb. Ozzy 7-Up dodges that one. Dark Wolf tries Bolt, but misses that too. Tries to scratch in desperation. Doesn't land it. Tries an Ice Bomb. Evens the odds. However, Ozzy 7-Up now has the advantage of Guts. What will he do with that? Tries a Rapid Flick. Lands it. This be it. That is it, folks. Dark Wolf has gone down. Ozzy 7-Up had the advantage in stats. However, that match could have gone either way. Oops. Uh-oh. I marked Dark Wolf down as a win against Ozzy 7-Up. That's not correct. Now, I will have to find out which match he won against. Let's see, number 9. CMdude. Did he win against CMdude? What does it say on CMdude's sheet? Yes. Yes, he did. Okay. And after that kerfuffle is over, on to the final round of the 8th round. I just said round twice. Final match of the 8th round is Foxy Demon versus Nick. These two were raised again, one after the other. However, Foxy Demon was raised before Nick. Both of these monsters, Foxy Demon was raised... Whoops. Whoopsies. Did not mean to exit. Stupid finger slipped. Darn it. That just means a little bit of extra work to set up this tournament, or this match. But that's okay. The only downside is that the setting of the tournament will change, I believe. The tournament arena changes every time you leave and go back into 1-player versus 2-player, which is not a great loss, really. I mean, when was I... It doesn't matter. The setting doesn't matter, the match is all that matters. Who will win in Foxy Demon versus Nick? Foxy Demon was raised with the Dark Phoenix method a little bit. Nick, however, was not. This arena is... This arena is the IMA Official Cup Grade E, I believe. But it could be mistaken. Could be higher, could be lower. Nick starts off with a roll assault, and it lands! Foxy Demon takes up quite a chunk of health in damage. Foxy Demon responds with a fire stream. And again, a huge hit! This match is starting off hot, folks. Nick the Whale gets fried to a singe. Foxy Demon, the Phoenix, gets flattened like a pancake. Foxy Demon has the guts, uses Fire Stream again. Absolutely annihilates Nick, which was actually very fun to say. Absolutely annihilates Nick. There we go. Those two matches, or those two, are now written down. Foxy Demon won in a hard-hitting battle. Unbelievable. Although Foxy Demon had the advantage of almost 1,000 more stat points. So, we are now into the final round of the tournament. Just give me a quick second while I figure out exactly what happened here. Oh no! That's what happened! On my rough sketch, I didn't write down the results of Nick and Ozzy 7-Up. Okay. I think that's okay, because these two... I'm pretty sure... Did Ozzy 7-Up win that one? Oh... Wait a second. Oh no, when was that? That was the final round. Oh, of course, the final match of the 6th round. I forgot to write it down too. Well, it's too late to go back and check. Although, actually, it's not too late to go back and check. Give me a quick second while I figure out who won that match. No, wait, no. What? That's not right. Manny versus Mikey. Manny versus Mikey? Oh no. Oh boy. Oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Dora Macho versus Cod Dude. Of course. Of course. I'm gonna go pee, and then I'll be back and correct my mistake. Okay. I made quite the mistake. And some of you are probably mad at me for that, and I don't know about it yet because... Whoops. Turns out I accidentally skipped 2 matches in the 6th round, and that's why my rough copy is so messed up, because I just completely forgot about those matches. So I know we've just seen Foxy Demon versus Nick, but I gotta go back and fix this right away. So don't think of it as 2 matches taken away from the second part. Think of this as 2 matches added to the third part of this tournament series. Foxy Demon versus CMdude. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix this right now. Foxy Demon versus CMdude in what was supposed to be the 4th match of the 6th round. Foxy Demon starts off with the fire stream, but misses. CMdude, gathering up his guts, thinking of what to do, tries telepathy to let Foxy Demon know what he's trying to do. Tries it again, but Foxy Demon doesn't want to read CMdude's mind, or vice versa. Combatants have very similar guts regeneration rates, however, CMdude's is just a little bit faster. Foxy Demon lands a beak, and if this match ends on a beak from Foxy Demon, ooh, Foxy Demon takes his tail assault to the face. CMdude tries a yodel, however, that misses, and that will cost him quite a bit of guts. Foxy Demon lands a flame shot, and although he has pretty fast guts regeneration rate, I do not think CMdude will have another opportunity to attack. We will see, and he will not because he is now KO'd. Foxy Demon wins against CMdude, and I already have that marked down as a... Oh no, wait a second, oops. I have that marked down as a win for CMdude. And a win for Foxy Demon, what the heck? What was I thinking? Wait. Oh, there it is, okay. Foxy Demon wins against CMdude. Foxy Demon has not fought Mikey yet. However, I have him marked down as a win. Whoops! They haven't fought yet, and yet I have the Foxy Demon marked down as a win against Mikey. Well, that's okay, I suppose, because I can just correct that later. It's just my rough sketch. It's not even up on the thing, the actual tournament standings. The one that is actually following the results of the tournaments rather than just me screwing up and not showing some matches. Speaking of matches, 5th match of what was supposed to be the 6th round, Nick versus Ozzy 7-Up. Here we go! Woo! Alright. Nick versus Ozzy 7-Up. Nick is powerful, and he has a lot of skill. Ozzy 7-Up is powerful, and he has a lot of skill. However, he has the advantage of being faster, and the disadvantage of only being able to, well, not being able to get a hit against, you know what I mean. Ooh, Nick gets a hook straight to the tummy, and Ozzy 7-Up is following that up again with another smack to the tummy. Tummy. Ooh, but Ozzy 7-Up takes an earthquake head on, and that is it. Quick match, predictable. However, that is not the end of the tournament. We still need one more round. And should I leave that for the next episode, or should I end it right now? Every episode has been like almost a half hour long, if not more. You know what? I'm gonna end this part by finishing the next round. Let's go to the final round. Any tiebreakers will be settled in this video too. This is going to be one very long video, and this is also the 3rd time that I've recorded every single part here today in one session. I've just been stopping the recording and collecting myself. First match of the final round, Agron versus Dora Macho. This, I believe, this is quite possibly, yes it is. Huh. This is the deciding match of the tournament. I don't think, yeah, actually, this is impossible to for any other monster to tie with whoever wins this match. Every other monster has had at least 2 losses. This is actually the determining match, isn't it? Wow. You know what? In fact, if that's the case, I'm gonna leave this one to the final match of the 9th round. I kind of wish that I had noticed that sooner. I would not have started that match. I guess the Dora Macho gets a second chance to land that wheel assault. Let's just move on to what was supposed to be the second match of the final round. Manny versus CMdude. You see, this makes it a little bit more interesting. I mean, we get to see everybody finish up their placements, and I mean, if there's any tiebreakers, I'm not going to do a tiebreaker for 5th place. Even if it's only between 2 monsters, it's not gonna happen. Manny versus CMdude. Manny, the Zoom / Suezo. CMdude, the purebreed Suezo. CMdude has the guts rate regeneration advantage. However, Manny has just over 200 stat points total, more than CMdude. CMdude starts off with an I-beam. I-beam misses. Manny tries to bite. 65% hit rate. Does not land. Manny has the guts advantage at the moment, but that could change, and it does. CMdude tries a lick. It lands. Manny, a lot of guts taken away, some damage taken away. CMdude now on top in this battle. Gets a crit on Tail Assault. These 2 competitors. Oh, CMdude tries a yodel. 3rd time this tournament. 3rd time it missed. Now Manny has the definite advantage in guts and power too. Manny takes away 155 damage with 1 claw. Just 1. The other one was tied behind her back. Ooh, Manny does a bite. CMdude is KO'd. Cannot take the bites of Manny. There we go. That is written down, set in stone. On to the 3rd match, or what is supposed to be the 3rd match of the 9th round. Cod Dude versus Ozzy 7-Up. Cod Dude, the Joker / Dragon, versus Ozzy 7-Up, the Hopper / Dragon. If I remember correctly, Ozzy 7-Up was raised with the intention of getting the Flame Tech. However, I believe that the Flame Tech may have been taken out of the game for Hopper subbreeds. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm pretty sure Aspen from the B grade does have Flame, which doesn't make any sense because I'm not sure. Actually, maybe it does. But it is supposed to be a crossover tech, so it could be that Ozzy 7-Up couldn't learn it through going to errand trees. Who knows? But what I know is that this match is about to begin. Ozzy 7-Up starts off the match right away with a rapid flick. Cod Dude is now angry at that. His guts rate regeneration is increased, and he uses Death Energy. One-shot KO. Ozzy 7-Up is down. Loses to Cod Dude. I don't know why I'm writing it down anymore, because really there's really only 1 match that matters to decide the results of the tournament. If you... actually, is there any other monster that's tied at the moment? Ozzy 7-Up and CMdude are both tied. Huh. But honestly, it's been a long day. I can't record the tiebreakers for 7th place, 5th place. Even if there is going to be a tiebreaker for 2nd place, but I'm not going to do that. There's going to be one winner, one tournament, one winner. I mean, everybody can be winners. But not in this case. Dark Wolf versus Nick in what was supposed to be the 4th match of the 9th round. I may as well just say it's the 3rd match now. I'll do these final battles, and then I'll go on to the tie-breaking final match of Dora, Macho, and Agron. However, this is Dark Wolf and Nick. Dark Wolf, purebreed tiger. Nick, purebreed Zilla. Zira. Oh no, it's Godzilla! Dark Wolf lands a bolt, lands a second bolt. Nick lost a lot of guts from that. In fact, Dark Wolf already has more guts than him, so he tries another bolt. Lands it. Nick is getting absolutely electrified in this match. Nick has guts, but Dark Wolf decides to use an attack first. Another attack too, Blizzard. However, Ice is not very effective versus water types. I'm surprised it did that much damage. Pokemon references, yay! Nick tries to scratch, misses. Dark Wolf tries to scratch, may as well have missed because that did like 1 damage. Dark Wolf does a Ice Bomb, and Nick is down to just a fraction of his health. Dark Wolf has won up on Nick. That is quite the upset, especially considering that Dark Wolf is the 2nd weakest monster in this tournament. Nick had almost 500 more stat points. In fact, actually, it's closer to 400. But I suppose around that middle area between Dark Wolf and Nick, there isn't too much variation in stats. Whereas Dora, Macho, compared to Dark Wolf, has more than 500 stat points altogether. Here we go. Foxy Demon versus Mikey. I already have the results written down on my rough sketch. But we cannot let Mikey go without this last match. He has to redeem himself somehow. And if this is not going to be the match that he wins, he will be just devastated. He's going to take it to heart. Mikey is a really sensitive guy. I mean, he has a tough outer shell because he is, you know, made of stone. But he has a very soft and delicate inside. He needs to win something. Will he win against Foxy Demon? Foxy Demon starts off with Talons, does 19 damage. That's probably the most it's done this tournament. Maybe not, though. Mikey tries a Hammerfall after a low kick. Both of them miss. Foxy Demon tries a Flame Shot. Boom! Headshot to Mikey. Foxy Demon has the guts, uses Fire Stream, and that is it. Mikey has lost every single match in this tournament. Luck was not on his side, and he was not able to one-hit KO the monsters that he could. Such including Ozzy 7-Up, Dark Wolf, and quite possibly Cod Dude. And here we go, folks. The final match of the tournament. This will decide who wins and who loses. This match is Agron versus Dora, Macho. I accidentally chose Dora, Macho to be the first entrant, which is not what I intend because, you know, normally in any other tournament, go to entry. Here we go. In any other tournament, the first monster that is selected, the one that's always on the left, is the one with the lower number. So Mikey was always the monster on the left, or the right. Agron is always going to be the monster on the left. Here we go, folks. This is the final match of the tournament, the real final match of the tournament. Agron versus Dora, Macho. both of these competitors have 8 wins and 1 loss. Or, sorry, 7 wins and 1 loss. This is going to be their 9th match of the tournament. Here we go! Right off the bat, Macho tries wheel attack and misses exactly like the match it was before. I decided to cut it short. Agron lands a claw assault. It is a basic tech, so it doesn't cost a lot of guts. Agron lands a tail swing. That was a critical hit. Macho does not have any guts. Agron has some to spare. Here we go. Macho tries wheel attack again, but Agron is too fast for that to land. It may be over, folks. Macho doesn't have the guts. He does have the power, but does he have the glory? Agron has the guts to use an attack. Will he? Macho gathering guts. Agron gathering guts. Agron uses claw assault. Macho's power is gone. Blackout. Here we go, folks. A simple bite from Macho, and it misses. Agron walks away with a victory. The victory. This is all over. Agron has won the entire tournament. And these are the standings. Macho and Fox Demon are tied for second. Let's see who else. Dark Wolf. Dark Wolf? Really? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Dark Wolf and Manny are tied for third. Alright, well actually, wait, no, that'd be fourth, because, yeah, that's the way that works. Let's see here, 5 wins for each of them. Nick coming up in 6th place with only 4 wins and 5 losses. Very disappointing. I was actually expecting Nick to do better in this tournament. Especially better than Dark Wolf. Because Dark Wolf is the 2nd worst monster in the tournament, but he tied for 4th. Amazing. Cod Dude has 3 wins. Ozzy 7up has 3 wins. And CMdude has 3 wins. That makes all of them tied for 7th place. Oh wait, that doesn't seem right. Who did I miss here? Ozzy, CMdude, Cod Dude. Yeah, just let's see, Manny and Dark Wolf are 4th place. Nick is 5th place. 7th, 8th, 9th. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry. No, I was right. Cod Dude, Ozzy 7up, and CMdude are all tied for 7th place. And Mikey, unfortunately, gets 10th overall. Lost every single match. Gave everybody else a win though, so I guess he is kind enough to do that. I hope I have the victory music playing right now. I should do that. That would be a good idea. Anyways, that was fun. That was long. I've been sitting here recording this for just about over 2 hours, so some of you may not like the results of the tournament. Some of you may be angry at me because I missed a couple matches in the last part, and I only realized before the last round that I missed those matches. But also, I could be wrong. This is just the rough sketch that I have here that I'm looking at. The actual standings may be different. I hope they're not, because I hope I'm right, because I don't want to have to correct myself when editing this. So, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this. This has been a lot of fun, and you should all anticipate me doing this again, because this is a lot of fun. And I mean, I've got so many more monsters to raise. It's gonna happen. I am going to have at least one other tournament. I think maybe, oh geez, depending on how many more monsters I have to raise, I may have up to 3 more tournaments. I mean, I have the next 10 monsters. I don't know if I have another 10 monsters after that, but there's going to be a tournament for the remainder. And then there's going to have to be some sort of overall tournament. I don't know how I'm going to do that. It may just be the winners of this tournament versus each other. I mean, I don't want to give... I want to give the other monsters a chance to win. I mean, Dark Wolf came... He tied for 4th overall. And he is one of the weakest monsters. He ended up beating Nick, who had almost... Actually, he did. He had over 400 more stat points overall than Dark Wolf. So, I don't know, man. It's all about that luck factor, and this is definitely going to be a one-time tournament. I am not going to fight these monsters again against each other unless it's like I really do not want to do a gigantic tournament. You know what? I'll figure something out. But for now, I just want to thank you all for watching again. And until next time, I will see you all then. Bye.